Here it is again. Hello, this is Bwana from Bwana.tv. Today I'm going to be talking about the iPhone 3GS. And the iPhone 3GS is Apple's latest improvement over the current iPhone hardware. It was announced at the WWDC, which stands for the Worldwide Developers Conference in California. So in this video, what I'm going to do, I've been getting a lot of questions about this phone. People want to know, should they upgrade? People want to know, what are the benefits? How does it compare to this? How does it compare to the Pre? How does it compare to some HTC stuff? How does it compare to the BlackBerry? I've been getting all kinds of variants of questions. So I'm going to try to summarize this phone as best I can and present it in a fashion as reasons to upgrade to the iPhone 3GS. So the iPhone 3GS. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about, I think I got 5 things that will make someone sway to the iPhone 3GS. That's something that I would in other words, these are things that I would say. I want to position it as such. This is my opinion. They're not necessarily fact, because some of these things may not mean anything to you. They may not mean anything to your neighbor. If someone's looking at a BlackBerry, they may not mean anything. But to me, they mean a great deal, and I think it's worth upgrading. The first thing is memory and speed. Memory and speed. The iPhone 3GS had a huge memory increase. It doubled from the previous revisions of the iPhone. When I say memory, I'm not talking about storage space. I'm talking about RAM. It's random access memory. Before, the iPhone had 128 megabytes of RAM. Now it has 256. So it doubles the RAM capacity. Now you're probably asking, Bwana, why is RAM so important on the iPhone 3GS and the iPhone and all those? Well, I think a vast majority of crashes, and I have the data to prove this. I don't have the exact numbers and percentages, but I know a vast majority of the iPhone crashes are due to lack of memory. A big constraint with the iPhone in terms of running multiple applications, why you can't run applications in the background, is memory. The iPhone has a memory capacity ceiling that's very tight right now. By doubling it, Apple has improved the capability to run more applications, to run applications without crashing, and probably to make way for background applications in the future. Maybe not in this iPhone OS generation, but John Gruber of Daring Fireball has already stated that Apple is looking at ways to run multiple applications at the same time. Doubling the memory is the first step. So taking care of the hardware component is definitely a good thing. Also, the speed. The processor is now 600 megahertz, which is pretty fast for a mobile device. And with this speed increase, you'll be able to run faster applications. You'll be able to run probably beefier applications. With this iPhone, you'll probably see some pretty cool apps that are going to utilize this hardware, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it a little bit later in this video about the possible split between developers' paths, whether it should go to iPhone 3GS or 3G in first gen, because the hardware is drastically different. So that's the first thing, is memory and speed. The next thing is video capability. Now a lot of people have been craving for Apple to come out with their own implementation of video recording and video editing. That's what they've done. The iPhone 3GS now supports video capture, so you can use the improved camera on this phone to capture video, and you can edit it on the handset. I'm assuming the editing is going to be basic, probably just selecting parts, cutting them out, removing things, and trimming the videos. You probably won't be able to add special effects or anything like that like you do on your desktop. But video capability is there, and you'll have one-touch capability to upload to MobileMe, to YouTube, and other places, which other phones do today, but it's finally come to the iPhone. So that's another reason why someone would want to upgrade to the iPhone 3GS. The third thing is that it supports HSPA, HSDPA. I can never get it right. Basically, it's the wireless standard that AT&T is using. And the speed cap right now is 3.6 megabits per second, and AT&T is looking to upgrade it, and they're also going to be supporting the iPhone 3GS with their new update to their network, which is 7.2 megabits per second. So it's twice as fast. So as of now, the 3GS won't be able to utilize that faster network, but once it's rolled out, it'll be able to utilize it. So that is another reason why you would want to go with the 3GS instead of the 3G, because you'll have that faster network option when it does come out. Number 4. Now this is the developer path thing I was mentioning earlier. The iPhone 3GS supports OpenGL ES 2.0. This is a graphics library, OpenGL, which is well known in the industry for games. This is what the iPhone and Mac OS X uses for their video. You may have heard of DirectX on Windows. Well, this is the counterpart on the Mac platform, OpenGL. OpenGL 2.0, ES 2.0, will enhance the iPhone 3GS to play much better looking games. That's the only way I can describe it. The games are going to look and feel a lot better with 2.0. The improvements between 1.1 and 2.0 are pretty drastic. And if someone were to develop, this is the split I was talking about, if someone were to develop a game for OpenGL ES 2.0, it won't work on the iPhone 3G and it won't work on the first generation iPhone, but it will work on the 3GS. But in doing that, they'll have a much better environment. They'll have a very powerful game. They'll have sweet looking graphics. It's almost like when you look at DirectX 9 versus DirectX 10, blah 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 blah. There's differences in the libraries and textures and all the different tools you have. The same is true for OpenGL ES 2.0. So the iPhone 3GS will give you that capability. If there's a cool game that comes out that's very, very powerful and it only runs on the 3GS, you'll be covered. Now some developers have gone on the record, some game developers have gone on the record to say OpenGL ES 2.0 will put the iPhone on the same level as dedicated handheld gaming units like the PSP and the Nintendo DS. So that's a big statement. That's a big statement. So if you're really serious about your gaming on the iPhone, I mean really, really serious, you may want to consider the 3GS as an upgrade path because of OpenGL ES 2.0. And the final thing is the camera. The camera has been improved to a higher megapixel, but that's not the primary reason you would want to upgrade. It includes a feature called autofocus, and it's not your typical autofocus. On the iPhone 3GS, it's called tap to focus. So while you're filming something, I got my phone here, while you're taking a picture, you tap on the area of your screen that you wanted to focus on, and it focuses on it. So that's something you won't be able to get on the current line of phones. That's something that's going to be unique to the iPhone 3GS. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to include a link in the description to an FAQ. Well, it's just a giant summary of all the things in the iPhone 3GS, which goes into detail as to more things that the iPhone 3GS has, in case I missed anything, or in case there's something you may want that I didn't cover. But like I said, these are things that I feel would warrant an upgrade to the iPhone 3GS, and some of these are true. I mean, after doing this video, if I watch it a couple of times, I'd be like, maybe I should get an iPhone 3GS, because right now I'm not planning to get one because of finances. If I sell my iPhone, it's still not going to cover the cost because I'm still on contract, and I'm not out of contract until like next year sometime. So after next year, then I'll probably be looking at upgrading at the regular price, but right now it's forget about it. So those are my reasons for upgrading to the iPhone 3GS. I hope you all get some benefit out of it. Those of you who asked questions about the 3GS, I hope I answered you. Take this and run with it. I mean, don't take it as fact. Don't take it as gospel. These are just my opinions. These are just some of the things that the iPhone 3GS does, which may give you an incentive to upgrade. Now, this thing does come in 16 gigabyte and 32 gigabyte flavors. I didn't talk about either of the capacities, but if you're going to do video, I'm going to recommend going with the higher end, because I think what the iPhone is doing with video is very, very good. I think Apple's done a good implementation. I think it is better than SideCorder today. SideCorder you can run on a jailbroken iPhone today. I think what Apple's done is better than what I see with SideCorder. So get the higher capacity so you can record more video and not have to worry about your movies and songs and all that good stuff. Alright, this is Bwana from Bwana.tv. These are reasons to upgrade to the iPhone 3GS. And I If you do upgrade, let me know. Tell me what you think about it. It should be coming out in June, on June 19th of this month, and which is coming up fast. Today's the 12th, and that's 7 days away. So reviewers already have their hands on it, and we'll see how it all goes. So take care.